Hello, future medical professionals. Welcome to an exciting journey into Class 11 Biology. Today, we are diving deep into the chapter, Breathing and Exchange of Gases, with a specific focus on the often overlooked yet critical role of minerals. We'll start from the basics, move through intermediate concepts, tackle some complex biochemical details, and finally explore advanced competitive insights. Get ready to unlock the secrets of how tiny elements power your breathing. Let's kick things off with the easy level. We'll explore the fundamental connection between minerals and your ability to breathe. Minerals are tiny, inorganic substances essential for countless body functions, from building bones to powering nerves. They don't give you energy like food, but they're the unsung heroes behind the scenes. In the context of breathing, one mineral stands out above all others: iron. It's not just for strong bones, it's absolutely vital for getting oxygen into your body. This incredible element is the core component of hemoglobin, the protein in your red blood cells that's solely responsible for carrying oxygen from your lungs to every single cell that needs it. So, how does this process work? Hemoglobin acts like a specialized taxi for oxygen. When you inhale, oxygen fills your lungs, and hemoglobin in your red blood cells readily binds to it. These oxygen-rich red blood cells then travel through your bloodstream, delivering their precious cargo to organs and tissues throughout your body. Once delivered, the red blood cells return to the lungs to pick up more oxygen. This continuous cycle is entirely dependent on iron. Without enough iron, your body can't make enough hemoglobin, meaning fewer oxygen taxis are available. This leads to iron deficiency anemia, causing you to feel tired and breathless, as your cells aren't getting the oxygen they need to produce energy. Time for some quick checks. Test your understanding with these easy questions. Which mineral is a vital component of hemoglobin? What is the primary function of hemoglobin in relation to breathing? And what condition can result from a lack of sufficient iron for hemoglobin production? Pause the video, think about your answers, and then we'll move on. Ready to dive a bit deeper? Let's explore the more detailed roles of minerals in respiratory efficiency at the medium level. Minerals are fundamental to maintaining overall physiological balance, including the intricate systems that ensure efficient breathing and gas exchange. While a wide array of minerals contribute, iron holds a paramount and direct role. It's not just a passenger, it's the engine of oxygen transport. Iron is specifically incorporated into the heme group of hemoglobin in its ferrous, or Fe superscript 2, state. Each hemoglobin molecule is a complex structure made of 4 protein chains, and each chain cradles one heme group. This means a single hemoglobin molecule can bind up to 4 oxygen molecules, making it incredibly efficient at its job. The way oxygen binds to iron in hemoglobin is fascinating. It's a cooperative process, meaning when one oxygen molecule binds to an iron atom, it actually makes it easier for the next oxygen molecule to bind to another iron atom on the same hemoglobin molecule. This teamwork ensures rapid and efficient oxygen loading in the lungs, where oxygen levels are high. Conversely, in the body's tissues, where oxygen is being used up and carbon dioxide levels are higher, hemoglobin's affinity for oxygen decreases, allowing it to readily release its cargo. This dynamic binding and release mechanism is finely tuned to meet the body's varying oxygen demands. While iron is the star, other minerals play crucial supporting roles. Calcium, for instance, is vital for muscle contraction, including the diaphragm and intercostal muscles that power your breathing. Zinc is a critical cofactor for the enzyme carbonic anhydrase, which rapidly converts carbon dioxide into bicarbonate ions in your red blood cells, making co-transport from tissues to lungs much more efficient. And copper, though less directly involved, is essential for proper iron metabolism and also functions in antioxidant enzymes that protect your delicate lung tissues from damage. A deficiency in any of these minerals can subtly or significantly impair your respiratory health, highlighting their interconnected importance. Now, let's test your understanding of these medium-level concepts. In what oxidation state is iron found in the heme group of hemoglobin for oxygen binding? Can you explain the concept of cooperative binding in relation to oxygen and hemoglobin? Name two minerals, other than iron, that indirectly support respiratory function and state their roles. How does a deficiency in iron directly impact the body's ability to transport oxygen? And finally, what enzyme, crucial for CO2 transport, requires zinc as a cofactor? Take your time to answer these, and let's deepen our knowledge. Alright, it's time to elevate our understanding to the hard level, where we'll explore the intricate biochemical and regulatory aspects of minerals in breathing. At a molecular level, the ferrous iron, Fe superscript 2, within the heme group forms a precise coordinate covalent bond with oxygen. This interaction is exquisitely sensitive. If the iron oxidizes to Fe superscript 3, it forms methemoglobin, which is incapable of binding oxygen, leading to severe oxygen deprivation. A crucial player in this is the distal histidine residue, an amino acid near the heme pocket. It not only stabilizes the bound oxygen molecule but also acts as a guardian, preventing the iron from being irreversibly oxidized and ensuring that oxygen binding remains reversible and efficient. This delicate balance is fundamental to life. Hemoglobin's affinity for oxygen isn't static, it's dynamically regulated by several allosteric factors to perfectly match oxygen supply with demand. The Bohr effect, for instance, describes how increased CO and lower pH in active tissues reduce hemoglobin's oxygen affinity, prompting it to release oxygen where it's most needed. Conversely, in the lungs, higher pH and lower CO enhance oxygen binding. Then there's 2,3-bisphosphoglycerate, or 2,3-BPG, an organic molecule that binds to deoxyhemoglobin, stabilizing its low-affinity state and further promoting oxygen release to tissues. Even temperature plays a role, with higher temperatures decreasing oxygen affinity. These complex interactions ensure that the iron-oxygen partnership is optimally tuned for gas exchange. Beyond iron, other trace minerals are integral to enzymatic systems supporting respiration. Zinc, for example, is indispensable as a cofactor for carbonic anhydrase, an enzyme vital for the rapid conversion of CO to bicarbonate ions, a key step in co-transport. Copper is essential for ceruloplasmin, a protein involved in iron metabolism and transport, and also for superoxide dismutase, an antioxidant enzyme protecting lung tissues. Selenium is a core component of glutathione peroxidase, another powerful antioxidant that shields lung cells from oxidative damage induced by pollutants and inflammation. These minerals, though in small amounts, are critical for maintaining the delicate balance and integrity of the respiratory system. Imbalances in any of these can have far-reaching consequences for respiratory health. Let's challenge your knowledge with these hard-level questions. Describe how the distal histidine residue contributes to the function of iron in hemoglobin. Explain the Bohr effect and its significance for oxygen transport in the body. How does 2,3-BPG influence hemoglobin's affinity for oxygen, and under what conditions might its concentration increase? Discuss the role of zinc in co-transport, specifying the enzyme it's associated with. Differentiate between ferrous and ferric iron in the context of hemoglobin and oxygen binding. What is hepcidin, and how does its regulation impact iron availability for respiration? And finally, provide an example of a heavy metal toxicity that can directly affect respiratory function. Take your time, these require deeper thought. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll delve into competitive depth, exploring the evolutionary, molecular, genetic, and clinical aspects of minerals in breathing. Prepare for advanced insights. The evolution of oxygen transport systems is a fascinating journey. While simple organisms relied on passive diffusion, multicellular life demanded specialized mechanisms. This led to the development of metalloproteins like hemoglobin, utilizing iron, hemocyanin, using copper, and hemerythrin, also iron-based. Hemoglobin's sophisticated cooperative binding and allosteric regulation, driven by its iron core, provided a significant evolutionary advantage in vertebrates. It allowed for much higher metabolic rates and the development of larger, more complex body plans by optimizing oxygen delivery and efficient carbon dioxide removal, especially as atmospheric oxygen levels rose. Understanding these diverse strategies highlights the fundamental importance of metal ions in shaping biological complexity. At the quantum mechanical level, the Feo bond in oxyhemoglobin is a complex interplay, best described as a resonance hybrid between Fe superscript 2O and Fe superscript 3O states. This delicate balance determines the bond's strength and reversibility. Ligand field theory helps us understand the electronic configuration of the iron atom and its precise interactions within the porphyrin ring. Upon oxygen binding, the iron atom shifts slightly into the plane of the heme, inducing a conformational change from a domed to a flat structure. This subtle shift is the molecular trigger for the allosteric communication between hemoglobin subunits, amplifying its oxygen affinity. Furthermore, the distal histidine residue plays a crucial role not just in stabilizing the bound oxygen but also in preventing the formation of highly reactive oxygen species by precisely controlling the microenvironment around the heme iron, safeguarding the delicate oxygen-carrying machinery. Genetic and epigenetic factors profoundly influence mineral metabolism and, consequently, respiratory health. Consider hereditary hemochromatosis caused by mutations in genes like HFE. This leads to excessive iron absorption and dangerous iron overload, which can damage organs, including the lungs, contributing to fibrosis and impaired gas exchange. Similarly, genetic disorders like thalassemias and sickle cell anemia, which affect hemoglobin synthesis or structure, result in chronic anemia, hypoxia, and severe respiratory complications such as pulmonary hypertension and acute chest syndrome. Furthermore, epigenetic modifications, like DNA methylation, can alter the expression of genes involved in iron transport and storage, such as hepcidin, thereby influencing systemic iron levels and impacting respiratory outcomes. These genetic and epigenetic layers add significant complexity to understanding mineral-related respiratory pathologies. Environmental factors and micronutrient interactions can critically impact respiratory homeostasis. Air pollutants like particulate matter, ozone, and nitrogen oxides induce significant oxidative stress and inflammation in the lungs, increasing the body's demand for antioxidant minerals such as selenium, zinc, and copper to combat damage. Moreover, micronutrient interactions can be detrimental. For example, lead toxicity can interfere with iron metabolism by inhibiting key enzymes in heme synthesis, leading to anemia. Cadmium exposure can displace zinc from crucial metalloenzymes, compromising antioxidant defenses and increasing susceptibility to lung injury. Understanding these complex environmental and nutritional interplays is vital for comprehensive respiratory health management, especially in populations exposed to high levels of pollution or with specific dietary deficiencies. Let's tackle the first set of hardest questions. Compare the evolutionary advantages of iron-based hemoglobin versus copper-based hemocyanin for oxygen transport in different phyla. Discuss the quantum mechanical nature of the Feo bond in oxyhemoglobin, specifically addressing the resonance hybrid character and the role of the distal histidine. Explain how mutations in the HFE gene can lead to respiratory complications through altered iron homeostasis. Analyze the interplay between lead toxicity and iron metabolism and its implications for respiratory function. And finally, how can T2 MRI imaging contribute to the diagnosis and management of respiratory conditions linked to mineral imbalance? These questions demand a deep, integrated understanding. Moving on to the next set of challenging questions. Describe the role of epigenetic modifications in regulating iron-related gene expression and its potential impact on chronic lung diseases. Evaluate the therapeutic potential and challenges of using hepcidin modulators for managing respiratory pathologies associated with iron dysregulation. Discuss how high-altitude acclimatization involves changes in 2,3-BPG levels and relate this to the allosteric regulation of hemoglobin's iron-oxygen binding. Explain the mechanism by which environmental pollutants like particulate matter can increase the demand for antioxidant minerals in the respiratory system. And finally, differentiate between the primary respiratory issues arising from hereditary hemochromatosis versus those from transfusion-dependent thalassemias, focusing on the role of iron. These questions will truly test your competitive edge. Congratulations on completing this in-depth exploration of minerals in breathing and gas exchange. We've journeyed from basic concepts to advanced competitive insights, uncovering the critical roles these tiny elements play in sustaining life. To continue your learning adventure and access more high-quality educational content, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more engaging lessons. Your feedback is invaluable, so please leave comments and let us know what topics you'd like us to cover next. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep aiming for excellence.